Alright guys, today is the maiden voyage of what I consider the severely upgraded kayak. The new trolling motor, a battery box, the electronics, the Garmin Striker 4. I'll just wing nut these on real fast. There we go. Alright, there she is, guys. I just gotta put my rods in, my holders here, and we're taking her out on the water. There we go. Alright, see you in a few. Alright, fully set up, guys. I have to admit, I'm a little nervous. I've not ever done this before, but test the motor out, make sure it works. There she is. I think I got everything set up. Let's go try her. Okay, it's on the water. First problem encountered, the little skeg wheel that came onto the kayak, not quite enough to transport it to the water with all this stuff on it. So I'm gonna have to invest into a kayak cart probably, because that thing's heavy. All right, let's get her launched. Hopefully I don't tip. All right, we're out on the water, and don't feel as secured as I'd hoped. May have to balance out the weight and put some more on this side over here, because it's definitely leaning a little bit. So I'm gonna drop this trolling motor. I'll try to anyway. Oh, there we go. All right, let's give her a run. So trolling motor is too far up, so let's loosen it up. There we go. There we go. Down some more. Tighten that up. GoPro, stop recording. All right. GoPro, start recording. Alright, we're testing out the electronics here. Let's see if we can hit the speed on this. Settings. System. Display. Color mode.
Good day.
Oh no, bud, I just started. Really, this is all just a test run for the new stuff.
Oh yeah. What are you fishing for? Crappie?
Yeah, I was gonna try, see if there was any under the bridge here.
Yeah, hell, we got over there and went to our bank this morning, caught dory right off the bat. They couldn't catch it up.
Really? Wow. fish down there. GoPro, stop recording. Alright guys, I've been out here for about an hour now. Just cruising really. I tried a little fishing using electronics. It says that there's a bunch of fish. I'm in 10 foot of water and there's a bunch of fish just hanging out at like 3 and 4 feet of water. So that's either probably just bait fish, or it might be just a school of crappie. It's not bedding fish because it's too, I think it's too deep. And they're not towards the bottom. I thought bedding fish was toward the bottom. Well, I'm on speed 2 right now. And just cruising a little bit. I'm gonna crank it open to 5. I'm getting a little more comfortable. Still saying I'm in about 10 foot of water right here. Now over here close to the bridge now, it starts getting to like 19, 20 foot of water. Saying there's still fish hanging out around 3, 4 foot of water. Trolling motor seems to be doing good. It says I still got plenty of power. I forgot to mention, guys, I'm running the electronics, Garmin Striker 4 and the trolling motor off the same battery. I bought a battery box that has a cigarette lighter outlet on it. So I put a cigarette lighter connector on the end of my Garmin Striker 4 and just plugged it up into the box. For a kayak, I'm booking it. This is nice. Still a little wobbly, still a little. All right, guys. I've pulled into the boat ramp. I gotta say, that was a little scary at first, but I got a little more comfortable to it. It seems like once the trolley motor is dropped into the water, the tilt feel of it isn't as bad. But when I came into the shallow part and I had to pull the motor up so I wouldn't scrape it, definitely all that weight being put back on the motor, it definitely shifted the weight towards the right side, and I felt like I was leaning. No big deal. I mean, I can work around it. That's fine. It's just my first time doing this. A little bit scary at first, but I got more comfortable with it. I think the more I do it, the more comfortable I'll become. All in all, that was really fun and a lot better than paddling all of that out there. Next time I come out, I want to try and go over to the mouth of, there's a cave over in that direction. I want to go and try and go over there to the mouth of the cave, see if any fish hang out at the bottom there. Try a little fishing there. I hear there's a lot of crappie there, so maybe do a little vertical jigging there. All in all, fun experience. definitely do it again. I'm loving all the upgrades. There she is again, all outfitted. I may do something a little different. I'm gonna have to put some scupper plugs in the back on the tank well there. I see I took on some water through the scupper plugs, so I'm gonna have to put some scupper plugs in the tank well back here. Let's see if I can't locate a better spot for this battery so I can get or find a different crate so I can reach all my poles more comfortably. It was a bit of a stretch even just to get this one. Either that or become more nimble. Other than that, pretty good outfit, I think. This was really cool right here. It just fits in my rod holders, and that's what my motor's mounted on. So held up good. And my foam board, when I got in, I didn't slip at all, so that was great. All in all, really fun. I'm pleased. All right, well, talk to you guys later. So I wanted to point out that I had been out here for about an hour or so, and I was using both the electronics and the motor on this battery pack right here, and it's got a tester on it. I got some cornstarch all over it. My wife's a baker, and I don't know if you could see that, but I only used, I'm on out of the 4 dots, I'm only down to the 3rd dot. I could have gone probably another 2-3 more hours before the battery died. So that's pretty awesome. I just love the fact that I can run the electronics and the trolling motor off of this one battery box. So that was so convenient. Now on days I do decide not to take the trolling motor out and just paddle for, I don't know, exercise or whatever, I'm thinking about getting a smaller battery so I can hook up my electronics and not have to take the big battery all the time. So there's that, just a few things. Oh, and getting a cart for this thing so I can transport it to the water. Other than that, I like it. I like it a lot. I got to thinking, maybe if I hadn't worn these waders, they kind of restrict my movement a little bit, because I didn't want to get wet this morning. If I hadn't worn these waders and I had just worn, you know, a pair of rubber boots instead, maybe I would have felt a little more comfortable and was able to move around a little more freely. So next time I'm not going to wear waders. Alright, for those of you wondering how I load my kayak up, this is how I do it. Once I got her stripped down to the bare minimum, I close everything up. You notice I got pool noodles on top of my crossbars because I don't want to scratch the hole or damage it or anything like that. So basically drain it by flipping her over. It's not light, it's about 75 pounds. So I'm gonna drain it by flipping it over. Alright, now I put the nose of the kayak this way, and I'll lay her upside down. Lay her almost upside down. Okay, tip her over gently. I don't want to damage her. All right, now put the nose up on top of my Jeep like that. As you can see, it's not the most sufficient way to do it, probably, because I'll scratch her up. But oh well, that's my adventure wagon. So once I got her propped up like that, nose is up on top of the Jeep, I come back here to the back and I lift her up from the back and I just push on like that, keep going. Then I start lifting her up, push across the bars there, and just like that, she's on top. She needs to come forward maybe just a little bit. I think I have. There we go. Just like that. See how that is? There she is. Now I'll go around. I'll lift up the side here. I gotta get me some better things than pool noodles. Just like that. And she's on top. And all I do is just get these gator straps here. All I'll do is I'll take this. I'll throw it over. All right. Throw it over. Make sure the gator strap is facing outward like that. I go around to the other side. And make sure that, climb up here, make sure that that strap is flat. See that? Just like that. And now I'm going to go under my crossbar here, like so. Pull it back out, throw it back over, like so. Climb up there, make sure that that strap is flat, like that. Alrighty. And I'm gonna go under this crossbar here. Pull until I get my gator strap about right there. Now before I tighten it down, I'm going to look at the front of the boat, the front of the Jeep, and make sure that it's even. There we go. That looks better. Now we'll take this strap. I'm gonna go through this gator mouth here. I don't know if that's what they're called or not. I think there's a brand called Gator straps or something. I don't know. And situate it to where it's right there, and I just pull like that. See? Keep pulling until it's tight, like so. And I can get my, by the way, this is Reese brand, so loosen it up a little bit. So, all right, tighten it back down, pretty tight. And then I'll just do this side exactly like that, and that's all there is to it. And that's how I tie my boat on top of my Jeep, no problem. Alright, once I get both straps on, both front and back, the access, I just close it up in the door, like so. Just like that. and double check, make sure she's secure. She can go a little bit tighter, I think. There we go. There we go. Yeah, see? That thing ain't going nowhere. And that's it. Definitely gonna get something different than these pool noodles. They gotta make some crossbar cushions or something. I'm gonna look up on Amazon, see if they have them. Cause that's the first time I've used them for the kayak, and they're already ripping, and there's gotta be something more durable. Poor adventure wagon. All right, that's it for today, guys. I'm gonna go watch the kids' soccer games. See y'all later. All right, guys. Today is the maiden voyage of the what I consider the severely upgraded kayak. The new trolling motor, a battery box, the electronics, the Garmin Striker 4. I'll just wing nut these on real fast. There we go. Alright, there she is, guys. I just gotta put my rods in, my holders here, and we're taking her out on the water. There we go. Alright, see you in a few.